Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Monday, May 29th, 2017. And today, in our Tech News Update, we have, of course, a interesting story about what is possibly the biggest adware malware attack on Android ever. And it all starts with innocent-looking little games like Fashion Judy that you see here, or also another one was Chef Judy Picnic Lunch Maker. And there's a full host of these games. And this comes from a South Korean company. They actually probably installed anywhere from 9 to 35 million of these apps on Android phones and tablets everywhere. But it has a problem. It came with a clickbait adware that actually would be able to even bypass the Android security. So when Google found out, of course, it removed all of these apps and banned the company Ines Studio to actually have apps in the store. But the damage is done, and an estimated anywhere from 5 to 18 million people still have these apps on their device that could be potential problems. So if you have any Judy style games, uninstall them. And it's amazing how it went through the store. So you know what, I think it adds one thing that we need to make sure. Just make sure. I think Google just needs to make sure that their apps are more secure than that. And it is not the first time that the Android store has some undesirable stuff. And I think Google needs to ramp up security. Microsoft is pretty much undamaged with the WannaCry ransomware in the opinion polls. A company decided to actually ask 2,187 people what they thought about Microsoft after the WannaCry ransomware. This poll was done on the week after the WannaCry ransomware infected more than 300,000 computers. Now, what does it say? Well, in a question where they thought, what they thought about WannaCry and Microsoft products, a little more than 50% say they were kind of concerned at their, security and PC potential problems. 25% said they would never buy any other Microsoft product in the future. 39% had pretty much no really opinion, you can say. It hasn't changed much. And 19% said, I want to buy more Microsoft product. That one I don't really understand fully, but anyways. And in a last question where they actually asked if Microsoft, they had a positive or negative impression of Microsoft, 83% of the people polled said they view the company in a positive way. So Microsoft pretty much undamaged with the WannaCry ransomware problem. Well, it shows you that the computers and the artificial intelligence is really gaining power. It seems that the Google AlphaGo computer won 3 games against the world champion. And not just by a small margin, by a really good one. So that means that AI is just amazing when you think about it now. So kudos for Google, and kind of scary sometimes when you think about it. Microsoft as stocks that have hit $70 for the first time ever. Microsoft in its 42-year history had never reached 70. It had reached close to the 60 some dollar mark in the early 2000s. Then Steve Ballmer came along, and the actions of the stock of Microsoft, were going down and down and down all the time. But now it seems that the stock market has again confidence in the future of Microsoft with everything that's happening. So I guess that is good news for the company. British Airways had some major IT failure, and they left lots of passengers stranded at Heathrow and Gatwick on Saturday. Seems that a major bug has kind of compromised pretty much all of the network from British Airways, and they were unable to really, process all the different flights and information. And it just shows you in today's world where everything is automated, how a computer glitch can just wreak havoc everywhere. And also brings you another idea that, if your computer shuts down, maybe you should have a plan B. Barack Obama, in a lecture that he was giving last week, was mentioning that the US economy has a major challenge coming and that we need to act now. And it is because of automation in driverless cars, saying that millions of jobs are at risk if we don't do anything right now. So, this is another voice saying, look, the future is a little gloomy in the job market with computers and machines doing everything. What's going to happen? That's going to be interesting to see. And finally, a interesting case after bad guys that, did really bad things and should be, sent to jail probably, extorted a so-called queen of Snapchat. And I had, sex videos and everything. This was really, really something horrible. Now, they went to court, of course. But the problem is, the judge has said, okay, but we need to see your phone. You need to unlock it. And the answer was, forgot the password. And they had no Touch ID enabled or anything. So forgot the password is kind of interesting because now are they sending them to jail for as long as they don't give the password? Or, of course, some people are wise and will say, I forgot my password when they didn't. But, in high pressure times, it could happen sometimes that you can just forget. I know some people would forget if law enforcement would kind of stress them out a little bit. Which brings an interesting debate. Is I forgot the password a valid defense to not have your phone checked out? Kind of interesting here, and it's a very interesting dilemma because there are, for sure, some people that will have forgotten. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is treated in court. And finally, this was the tech news for today, Monday, May the 29th, 2017. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Of course, PayPal donations at the Yahoo email you see here if you want to help us out. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/radioandcomputers. Join already a nice little list of people that actually help me every month. And if you appreciate the live shows and what I do, why not think about it? Thank you so much for watching, and